When I first got into the field of addiction, one of my primary supervisors taught me something that has stayed with me ever since, and I have found to be more and more true, both with the clients and the individuals that I work with, as well as within my own personal experiences. What she told me is that addiction is never a person's problem. Addiction is always a person's attempted solution to their problem. The addiction is a way that person tries to manage or self-medicate or escape or numb or deal with or cope with their internal struggle, whatever distress they're experiencing, whether it's something that is old and deeply rooted within them, or it's something that's happening externally to them and causing them inner distress. Whatever is going on, a person feels an inner sense of difficulty, of unease, of dis-ease, and because of that inability to be present with oneself as one is, a person searches outside for something that is going to take care of whatever pain or difficulty they're experiencing inside. And so the addiction is a person's attempted solution to their problem. And whether or not you struggle with an addiction per se, or addiction just seen as the human condition of what the Gemara discusses as that a person just engages in something out of a sense of impulsivity or compulsivity, or what the Gemara talks about of averos that are nasus lo keheter, that it becomes second nature for a person over time. Whether or not a person has a clinical level of addiction or just has addictive tendencies, which we all do, is completely human nature. We are all self-medicating, and we are all trying to deal with whatever internal pain and struggle and difficulty we're experiencing on a daily basis. And that is actually where most of our mistakes and most of our worst habits actually come from, that place. They don't come from us being bad people who are looking for bad things or looking to do bad things or looking to throw away our time or throw away our relationships or throw away our jobs or throw away our ruchnius and our spirituality and our dveikus and our connection to Hashem and connection to a higher life and a higher power. That we're not looking to get rid of any of those things. We're not after something bad or something base or any interest to defile the sanctity of God's world. What we're after is peace and security and safety and a feeling of calm. And when we don't know how to do that through our internal processes, when we don't know how to do that in a healthy way, when we don't know how to do that through a relationship with God and a relationship with other people and intimacy and safety in a real and deep way, so we look for ways to get that sense of security from all sorts of external stimuli that are mood-altering substances or behaviors or processes. And that's where we find ourselves falling into traps of things that unfortunately end up not helping us for more than a brief moment, but end up actually compounding the challenges and the internal pain that we're dealing with. And then because of that, we then need to seek more of that medication. And then that only compounds the issue more, and then we need to seek more of that medication. And it turns out that medication does medicate, it does anesthetize, it does numb us, it does allow us to escape for just a brief moment, but then when we wake back up, everything is actually more painful than it was to begin with. But what the Mei HaShiloach is bringing our attention to here is that one day what's going to be revealed, and we can make this day happen daily for ourselves in small ways, and ultimately it'll be one massive revelation of everything becoming clear. What can become clear to us is that all our machshavas, all our thoughts, our desires, our compulsivities even, are really all coming from a place of trying to take care of ourselves, trying to take care of our experience and give ourselves the best experience we can in this world. Sometimes the way that we seek to do that is deeply and fundamentally flawed and actually hurts us and hurts God and hurts people around us. But what we're trying for, what we're after, is something good. And everything is rooted in that desire for good, everything. And there's no exceptions to this. I've worked with individuals who have fallen into the darkest places of addiction and done things that they never thought they would do or could do, things that other people would look at and really kind of not even be able to look at. And even in those situations, actually even more specifically in those situations, what's really going on is deep pain that the individual is trying to deal with. and doesn't yet know how to deal with in any other way. And so they find themselves caught up in all these different things. And when we can take that perspective, that geula type of perspective, when we can find that aleph of geula even in the galus that's lacking the aleph, when we can find that or, that light within the darkness, that's the beginning of the potential to really make change happen and to really be able to bring a geula for our individual lives and for our families, our relationships, our communities, and for the world around us. And that's the power of what the Mei HaShiloach is teaching us here, is that one day that's going to happen. That's a given. For sure, one day that's going to happen, is that we can have that revelation. And what I think he's really trying to tell us is also that we can make that revelation happen daily for ourselves.